Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and everything and amazing Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane. The one, the only master propaganda hero site defender of the fatherland, off here to a 1v1 in Amilly Fields. In the north it is Treadz, fighting for the Oberkommando West, Germany, Deutschland. Isn't that right, Basil? Basil's right on my shoulder currently. But Treadz here forming up with let's just go with the 7th Panzer shown here with the Scavenge, featuring thorough salvage, flak panzers, Jäger light infantry recon squads, infiltration tactics, and the howitzer barrage with double Kugelwagen Jäger bulletins. In the south it is Iskra, fighting for the Red Army of the Soviet Union, Comrade Stalin. Here with the 25th Tank Corps, featuring Guard Motor with T-3045s, heavy mortars, Guard travel infantry, vehicle crew repair training, and marked vehicle. And looks like Basil's had enough, because he can't sleep to me when I'm, basic casting. So we're off to the races here. Fulton is Kuban side here for Treadz. Double contracts there for Iskra. Ground points here and there, so good. Third contract one there for Iskra and the Red Army. Looks like both sides are having some focus on the eastern fuel point here. And always by the way, big thanks to my Patreon supporters, champions and heroes, one and all. You too can join the ranks by pledging on Patreon, or you can donate via PayPal. Links in the description. I should comment, like, share, subscribe, press the bell button. We got the Sturmpionier Kuban chanting into the easy, but these some few points in them back here, routing them efficiently. West side coming up there, and we got the second squad coming up as well for Iskra. Used some few points each, but the Kugelwagen using its cafe speed, of course, quickly grab things there. But while here with a second full Grenadier squad here for Treadz. Western point here being seized by the full Grenadier. And we got the countering force here for Iskra, going for the western viewpoint. So far, fairly standard stuff here for both sides, though Scavenge does promise, I think, to have some potentially interesting things there. Particularly we get like an Ostwind out there. Follows with the counters from the west here. Grab the eastern point. And point there. Fourth comes spot there for Iskra. All troops moving here surrounding the full comes here by the western fuel point. We'll have to see how long can maintain this position, but I don't think he can maintain it for long. There's not exactly a lot of support anytime soon. We got control to diving deep into here to Treadz territory. Going to hit some points then. Harass. Thumbs up. Another new squad here for Iskra. Cancel that fourth counter squad. So obviously going to be some emphasis on the Guards infantry, which makes a ton of sense. Heading corresponding with the Kugelwagen. Disrupting his opponent's resource income. Thumbs up. They're basically doing to the other what they're doing themselves. Both cutting off the other's resources. Genji's constantly finding out here, though with that more firepower, it's going to fall a bit. Actually, more control around here. We got flamethrowers. Yeah, that's going to be a loss here for Treadz. And Treadz here, very judiciously, just hits retreat, doesn't bother anymore. Also, with such a light tier 1 here, I believe he's going to push out for Jägers here. Most likely. There definitely seems to be like a slight increase, I think, in Oberkommand's players starting to really value the Kugelwagen. Kugelwagen there being pushed back. Anti-tank grenade though knocks out. Bit of a blow there to Treadz in the early game, particularly pretty much got nothing else. I mean, he's pretty much like, betting all on that Kugelwagen, and the Kugelwagen just got destroyed. But that said, he can't call in the Jägers now. And will proceed to do so immediately. He still needs to get an upgrade going. He's going to crit him with the G30 but yeah, until then, Treadz is in a bit of a sticky spot here, particularly since the car on there is still not secure. We got Iskra charging him in infantry to keep it Soviet, to keep it socialist. Folks doing what they can, but they are significantly outgunned here. Not a cover, of course, the engineers make it hard for them to use cover as well. Also worth noting here, good play by Iskra, merging the conscripts and the engineers, keeping up full strength. Very good. Jäger's heading westwards here. Battle headquarters done. But yeah, definitely a rough start here for Treadz and the Germans. Got some swift mines here from Iskra. Very good. There. No, wait, what? Cancels them, lays the mines elsewhere. Got the command post up there, so you can upgrade the Jägers with the G43 rifle. Back here, a base for Iskra. Nothing further happening. Of course, he's gone for upgrade, but he's probably going to go for some guardsmen here. So mines down there. Correspond number 2 being hit. And we got Treadz moving in the troops to push the Soviets off that one. Very good. Jäger's got the western viewpoint ready neutral, but again, the resource situation currently so far favors Iskra and the Red Army significantly. Engineers routed. So, Cancer and go for medics as well, but he may of course be just wanting to churn out more Jaegers, or maybe a machine gun, honestly, here versus Iskra. We got sandbags here, we got sandbags there, very good. Sturmpioneer busy in the center, and the west we got the folks moving up there. Jaeger setting out here for Treadz as well. So far all good. Point there secured. The Jaegers, no MD-44. Oh, there we go, second Jaeger squad. Bearcat reinforcing, and no tech yet for Iskra. Oh, there we go, it's a problem company. I could go in for the tank command. Consider rushing in a half tech here, or maybe just go for the standard T-70. Both options, of course, quite viable here for the serve player. But Treadz, thanks to the 2 Jaeger squads, now sort of shows they caught up numbers-wise in terms of like units here with his opponent. Ooh, mine goes off, they're killing several Volksgrenadiers. Heinz and Friedrich blown to bits. Got some Schutzmine down here for Treadz as well, though. Both sides spanning up, thumbs up, and now here Iskra, there we go, goes for the guard squad. Constantly losing anything there as Yevgeny there gets blown to bits. And Artyom joins him afterwards. Going for the point here, constantly with the Sturmpioneer. But again, more harassment, more disruption here by both sides. Now Treadz definitely has a bit more initiative, though the guardsmen should do a lot there for Iskra. He's got the DP light machine guns on them. Plus he's taking up there, Jaeger's up here though. Does not have the upgrade ready yet. Can't go for it anytime soon either. Well, maybe within a minute actually. North here, Jaegers was the conscript still. Fox is also fairly depleted out here, so I think this is not going to be a great engagement for Treadz, honestly. Like, Iskra can hold out there for a fair amount of time. And Scartsman, there was the Sturmpioneer with the DP light machine guns, forcing back the Sturmpioneers. We've got the Volksgren there with the Engineers with flamethrowers, plus more conscripts. Not a great engagement, as you can see there. Treadz definitely starting to run some issues here versus Iskra. His forces are a bit extended and scattered. But Treadz is clearly not a quitter here. Pushing ahead here for Deutschland. We got no minesweepers, by the way. He definitely should consider those soon as well. Flooding a bit of manpower and fuel. Is he planning a flat half track? Is he planning more Jaegers, Maschinengewehr? Like, there's a few options there for Treadz to consider here versus Iskra. We can go for the half track soon, but again, it looks like it's going to be the T-70, and Treadz commits to 3 Jaegers. That is a lot of Jaegers. Ground points here. Jaegers, for those unaware, were basically just, shall we say, type of elite infantry meant for, like, shall we say, rough terrain, like hills, swamps, and the likes, but not quite, you know, Fallschirmjägers, Gebirgsjäger, for, like, you know, the incredible amounts of, you know, more extreme sorts of terrain. So, still kind of elite. They may also have been, in some cases, actually fairly equipped heavily with submachine guns, which is an interesting thing there to note. Jaegers and Engineers conscripts. Again, finding full details on how they're organised and equipped is at times a bit tricky. And it's got flamethrower. Let's go straight for the Jaegers, pushing them back here. Still short ammunition for additional T-33 as of yet. We got folks with the conscripts in the centre. We got them backed up by more Volksgrenadiers. You can also, with this command, equip them with the repair kits for repairability there. Don't think he'll go for it, but he could. Could do it. Mission then we see by the guardsmen, pushing up with the Volksgrenadier. And we got the Thyssen on the way there. We got the Schwerpanzer Corps. So that's a bit of a rush there for Treadz. Would be interesting where to rush out the Ostend here versus Iskra. I mean, Iskra I think would be fairly exposed to that. But of course can go for field guns, being on a large map like that. Like this, easily shutting it down with just a field gun. It's going to be much tougher here unless Treadz is not very good with tanks. Which would be a bit ironic for someone calling himself Treadz. That'd be like he's called Boots and was terrible with infantry. So there you go. Constant push back for the Volksgrenadiers here. Another push for the car point. Again, more disruption. Both players there definitely got a bit of hand with it. But I think at this point, Treadz is definitely like more successful pulling off, as Iskra seems to be playing more now defensively here versus Treadz. The T-70 should have out there. And we got a grenade assault. So at this point, I mean, Iskra should have a good idea there that his opponent's going for the Scavenge, if he didn't have before. Oh, it's got another Jaeger squad upgraded. Leaving 1 to go here. Oh, it's got minesweepers up there. Very good. The Kedmeth halfway done. Down to Sturmpioneer and the Jaegers. There you go, quick retreat here. Kednev almost done. T-Sunny charging it, there you go. Almost wipes one of Treadz' full Scundy squads. Kednev out. Sturmpioneer quick retreat in the face of the assaulting T-Sun light tank under Iskra's command. Reinforcing here for Treadz. Back at base here, nothing happening for Iskra. No additional guardsmen, no heavy mortars, no field guns. As for Treadz, it just seems to be trying to survive now against the T-70. Since for the same reason that, you know, a single field is not going to like shut down an Osman on this map, similarly a single Kednev is going to have a pretty hard time just to shut down the T-Sun, at least Iskra, you know, does not handle it well. And there he actually gets too close to the Pantherfast, except he doesn't have the munitions for it. He spent them on another G43. Awkward timing for that one. Then again, I don't think they'll be able to finish off the T-70 anyway, so probably didn't matter. Mines down here, and still no authorization. At this point, I suspect Treadz may in fact be planning to rush out the Ostwind. And we got a second guard squad here for Iskra. Putting up to 5 squads here versus opponents, well, 6. So that's going to be a fairly infantry-intensive match with a lot of Jaegers that can bleed out Iskra's infantry quite aggressively. In particular, the conscripts may not be as favored in the longer run with just that. Close call on the T-70 there. We got Jaegers, Foxes, Engineers on the cut-off point. Western Big Farm, we've got 474s and 416. Jaegers as the Engineers. Sturmpioneer as the Engineers. Guards bring ahead against the Sturmpioneer, and there go Flak Panzer for Treadz. The Ostwind. Foxes Jaegers westwards against the Conscript by the Western Field Point. Charging out for Deutschland. Could see a grenade assault here, perhaps. And then except we get a Molotov from Iskra here and Treadz forces. Flak Panzer is halfway done here for Treadz. And we got the Conscript there being bled out here, but still managing to point neutral before retreating. Still could be a bit risky there. Guards ramming here with the DP light machine guns. Engaging the Foxes and the Jaegers. More guards from ramming, got the flank position there. Both squads have only equipped with the DP light machine guns. And there you go, Austrian Flak Panzer out here for Treadz. And the 7th Panzer Division. Equipped with a 3rd flak gun. It can definitely do some damage to infantry and to aircraft. Double guards against the Volksman's range. The Volksman was absolutely lose the engagement, but there you go, Flak Panzer moving that set. Versus, yeah, at this point, I mean, that's easy retreat here for Iskra. Had there been a heavy cover against the Austrian like that, I think the Expert has a chance. But in the open versus an Austrian, that is pretty much a death sentence. Treadz also dispatching forces westward to hit the eastern fuel point and victory point. Thumbs up to that. In the west, Flak Panzer back against conscripts. Anti-tank grenade this time doesn't do too much. And they constantly push back with half health. We got the 6th Fleet Division field gun out here in response to the Ostwind. Will Treadz now consider taking up and authorizing issue our opponent quarters? We'll have to see. T-Sun going for the Jaegers, or at least trying to figure them out and then deal with them. Not there's much place for them to hide at all. Guards attacking here, backed up by conscripts. Even got a grenade attempt on the retreating unit, doesn't quite land. Chance of getting a Jaeger wipe, that'd be pretty good. Fitzgerald can manage it here versus Treadz and the 7th Panzer Division. Shot fired there, almost nailing it. But not quite. Flak Panzer rushing in a conflict of hammered here by the Flak Panzer. The Ostwind. Troops reinforcing him on the west side. We got points being seized there. Volkswagen Jaegers advancing on the western victory. Points trying to a mine. Center being seized there by the Sturmpioneer with mines going down as well. T-Sun rolling out here for Iskra. And there you go, Sturmpioneer caught by the T-Sun light tank out in the open. There, easy targets. Mine ruined as well here for Treadz. Flak Panzer there trying to avoid getting too close to the conscripts, but fails in the process. Salves the damaged engine, causing the driver to cast out the commander. Got the guardsman concentrating for the Volksgun. He's got the Jaegers holding up here. Grenadiers sort of across the tree line here could also be quite devastating. I think he's lining up for that, yes. And none of them get caught by the scrolls. Oh, there you go! Heavy losses here, or at least some losses alongside heavy damage here against the Volksgun, or the conscript and the guardsman. Nice throw there, but Treadz, thumbs up, though no upgrades on the Volksgrenadiers. No, the assault rifles or the repair kits. Jaegers and guardsmen here. Grenade assault again. Nice throw there. No damage, but still forces his opponent to retreat at a fairly low cost, which is 20 munitions. Forces them trouble with the T-70 and the counter there. Another chance of wipe. We got Orbsard in here for Treadz, putting power to 7 infantry squads. That's a lot of infantry. Unrelenting great in the T-70, grab these munitions point here. We got 424 versus 412. Iskra's tagged up. Cut rush out of T-34 some 60 versus Treadz right now. I think that'd be a fairly good idea. Of course, he might just be planning like, you know, a T-30-35, which is obviously also solid, though less fast to get out of the field. We'll have to see here which of the two decisions Iskra makes versus Treadz. Orbison scored out there again, putting him at 7 scores. We've got the 3 Jaegers, the Orbison, and then the Volksgun is in the Sturmpionier. No machine guns, by the way, but there you go. And that's heavy machine gun teams. We do get the machine gun Orbital Darden. Constantly being mauled by the Flak Panzer. Sandbags and the Sandbag being bombarded here on the west side. We got troops being pushed back as well there. Iskra's got a massive presence here in the western fields of Amilly. And there will require, I think, a significant flank of head-on assault here for Treadz to dislodge it. Of course, a flank would be the optimal move. Field gun with the Flak Panzer gets a good hit. Need to fix it up again. Close veterans run on the east side here. Light progress being made by Treadz, as of course Iskra's got next to nothing there, though he can rush in the T-70 to try and lock it down. Looks like Iskra's in fact planning for the T-30-35 here. He easily has the resources with the T-34-6 now, but is not going for it, at least hesitating to go for it. Once more. You don't have to be Sherlock Holmes to figure out where the Jaegers are. It's not like, you know, where's Waldo? It's more like a really bad knockoff, like where's Heinz? Jaegers wiped. Back to 6. Flak Panzer rushing eastwards. Catching the guys from them, but the Kenner's in deep trouble here, and this could definitely become a significantly larger problem for Iskra if for Treadz, I mean, if Iskra gets it. And there you go, buttoning it up as well there. We see guardsmen taking heavy damage from the Flak Panzer there. 4 kills, veterans 1. Almost got the entire unit wiped out. Weapon dropped. Massive infantry push. You need to get the Kenner under control here. You could try and destroy it, but I guess it doesn't, so that means that there's a good chance for Treadz to get it back. T-35 on the way for Iskra. No sign of authorization yet for Treadz, and so no sign of armor. At least he got the Kenner for mine goes off, killing some of the Jaegers there. Folks in the center being murdered here. But still pushing for the field. Can hit Flak Panzer in as well there. T-70 could actually now be dealt with here, so he can flank up behind, destroy it with the Ostwind. Yup, he can destroy it now, but he is not. He's backing off. Interesting. Meanwhile, got a push in the center. Maybe that's what's drawing off the Flak Panzer to deal with that. And Flamen goes off. There's a good luck there for Treadz then, since it does no damage to the Flak Panzer. Guardsman was suffering from the Flak Panzer, and it's great anti-infantry damage. Going for the car point there. A lot of back and forth here. T-35 almost done here for Iskra and the Red Army. Sturmpionier being routed here by the conscripts, the guardsmen. Oh, not guardsmen, actually just in years, but that's still a lot there. Still upgrades to the Volksgrenadiers. Still no upgrades, but we do have the T-34-85 out here for Iskra. Pulling Nelson back here to base. 6 kills, veterans 1. All of a sudden, here was the conscripts. Veterans 1 is very close there, but they are not there yet. Still no authorization. Another field gun there for Iskra. Obviously, Dan can himself about more German armor out here. Got the Volkswagen eastwards here, engaging the conscripts out in the open. Field gun gets A few hits in there, but in the end, Treadz is ultimately forced off the assault due to the presence of the T-35 and lacking any significant counters. Like, he needs something, you know, with a bit of punch versus the T-35, and currently he does not really have that. He's going to go for another cannoneer for them. What is Treadz planning here versus Iskra? Those are the big questions. We do get another cannoneer for Treadz. Jaeger's routed. 400 versus 371. We got the T's running back there as well. 14 kills close to the east level. Troops reinforcing healing here for Treadz and the German army. Got the centre. Austin falling back here towards the base. Obersheim versus Guardsman. But in fact, I think the Guardsmen at this point are slightly favoured over the Obersoldaten. T-Fed coming in, though, definitely means the Guardsmen are favoured over the Obersoldaten by far. Kevin already looks like he counts the one yet going, but still no authorization here from Treadz. Good hit there from the Kevin from the T-35, punching through the Armour. Guardsmen the Sturmpioniere in the west. Oh, we finally got the authorization here for Treadz, so the question then becomes Jagdpanzer, Panzer IV, or a Panther. Sturmpioniere arrived here, he already got 4 kills on the T-34-85. The Ken Valen's a good hit, they're pushing him down to half health. Got mines here, Samax. Overall, Iskra's just fortifying the front line here against any German assault. Thumbs up, that is very good. Austrian trapped the guards in the west. And successfully falls on the back. We got 7 kills close to Veteran 2. East side here, a bit of movement there from Treadz Jaegers. Ambushing the conscripts here, catching the wrong side of the cover. Also starting to get some 7-man upgrades set up for Iskra's infantry. Thumbs up to that, very good to see. The west folks with the T-70 light tank. Can't quite finish it off as the Austrian could rush in to deal with it. No Panzer IV or Jagdpanzer IV, so mindset at this point I think is that Treadz is planning for the Panther. There you go, got the T-70 with the Austrian Raketen for combo. Though getting caught here by the double field guns could cost him the flak panzer very fast. Nice save there though. Iskra needs more tanks, I think, here. He does go for the Panzer IV mold again. That is actually a bit surprising here. Not that it's bad, but versus the T-35, you typically want something with a bit of extra spice here. At least that's what most players would go for. Iskra here not going for another T-35. Perhaps he's playing the HD5, or perhaps he's playing Katyusha. And we do get the Katyusha rocket launch here for Iskra. Seems to be a trend as of late. The serve players like they get one tank out, then they'll go for the Katyusha, and then they'll maybe go for another tank. When at times they would just benefit from going for a lot more tanks faster and waiting with the Katyusha. But still, we get something like, you know, Guard Motor with the heavy mortar. I feel like just the heavy mortar a lot of the time is going to be an excellent cost-efficient choice. And Treadz does cancel the Panzer IV for a Panzer V, aka the Panther. We'll have to see how that works out. Flak Panzer with the conscripts, mauling them out in the open there, which throws them in a gun. Giving a path of distraction there. We got Veteran on it, which will increase the rate of fire. In the east, folks, was the Guardsmen, plus Jaegers further bypassing things. Austin is the conscripts. Panther almost sunny for Treadz. Engaging the Ostwind, but misses is it, killing poor Friedrich. Almost got a wipe in the transport there. 11 kills, Fields coming up as well here. Panthers out, the Panzerkampfwagen 5. Volkslinieers. Setting up with a Panther. Engaging the T-35, they got double field guns there. Good hit from the T-35 punching through the Panzer frontal armor. Field guns do as well. The Kevlar to within the T-35. Almost got it knocked out here already. That is pretty swift there for Iskra. Off Treadz. Can he get rid of it though? But there you go. Rear armor exposed is pretty dangerous here. Another hit from the field gun there on the Panther. Almost got it. That main gun is out. It'll be a pretty painful loss here for Treadz, but to lose his Panther already. He's got incoming forwards here for Iskra. Got the Katyusha there. Orbs on Jägers moving forwards. Pushing through here the rather exposed support weapons. We got more troops around, particularly Guard, to help deal with this. German infantry incursion plus flank from the north. Actually, flamethrower engineers. Wasn't quite paying attention there. And we go Orbs on the push back, leaving just the Jägers, and they're themselves heavily outgunned. I don't think this engagement Treadz can maintain for much longer. And there we go, he just retreats. Very good there. Osman in the east here, getting help with an anti-tank radar, hitting a mine. Out of the way, they won't be joining the fight anytime soon. Panther seeing in repairs. Back at base here for Treadz. Right in the centre here by Iskra's forces. Grab these in point with the Jägers.
Crew, get ready. If you're ready, please send orders.
Fixing up the T-3485. Still no sign of additional tanks at Iskra. Of course, he might also be tempted to go for the H-5 in response to the Panther. We shall, of course, have to see what he does. But so far, the response seems to be overall fairly limited. He and Panther pushing forwards once more, adding the pinler-mounted MG-42. We got 211 for 379. Victory points wise. Iskra's got a good lead over Treadz at the moment. At least a fairly decent one. Two's being pushed back. Bit of a shot there, but nothing really happening. Got the Osman up here, 11 kills. That's 2 still. Bit of a sneak attack on the centre, but that is being met with ferocious firepower here from Iskra. His guardsmen absolutely tearing through the Sturmpioneer, but it does allow the Orbis on the Jägers through the centre. But there you go, Katyusha barrage straight to all of the troops, and holy scheisse! That was a full wipe there on the Sturmpioneer. And the Orbis on the Jägers almost got wiped themselves. There's actually a pretty huge blow there to Treadz. Of course, he has no way of repairing his tanks at the moment then. Massive. That was just a hell of a Katyusha barrage here from Iskra. Hell of a barrage. Good lord. That really puts Treadz in a terrible place. Flak Panther there, there's very close for T3, which is good here for Treadz to get it there, as it gets a very good rate of fire boost. But it is being pursued by the T-35 there, and Iskra is definitely not damaged. Flanking with a Panther, it's taking a lot of damage here, and there's crucially, okay, he's launching an infantry follow-up. He's got grenades in the guards, but he's hoping the Panther's taking away his attention. It is taking away the attention. This could actually work out here for Treadz. Flak Panther moving in, the field crew exterminated. The push actually worked out here. Basically using the Panther as bait against Iskra to allow all the forces to pull in there. That was actually fairly clever. Moving in to destroy the field and to deny it to the Germans. Iskra's taking no chance against Treadz, but he can't risk it either, so he may just hand over. Then the Osman pushing back. The Conscript got 21 kills, almost ace level. Orbison advancing on the centre, and the West Point thinks he's as well. Very good, but he still very badly needs Sturmpioneer, or he needs to upgrade those Fulton with repair kits, since he can also have that alongside the assault rifle to then fix up. And there you go, Sturmpioneer on the way though. I don't think he'd be bad as equipped on repair kits either, but whatever the case, as long as he just starts repairing his armour. We also got like field gun air bands. There's 2 field guns here that Treadz could, you know, grab. We could at the very least salvage them. That could also be a pretty good idea there. Flak Panzer very, very close to T3 there. Destroying the field guns. Constantly they're about to get wiped out. Great kill there for Treadz. That is another stinging blow hit to Iskra and the Red Army. But he does have the second T-3485 out. Looks like he's going to salvage it. He's going to crew it. He's going to crew it. They may want to repair that one as well. T-35 catching the field gun on the flank. Panther gets a good hit, but is a bit unsupported. Katyusha barrage there, about to clear out the field gun crew. Yup. The Kemmefer gets the T-35, stinging blow there to Iskra and the Red Army. Panther there holding out for now. Veterans one there. Flak Panzer super close to veteran defeat, and we got a surge of Soviet infantry. Like field gun there, by the way, just looks to be completely forgotten. Part because there's a bit of a blind spot there. There we go, Flak Panzer game infantry, and that is a significant DPS boost until the main gun gets knocked out. Infantry pushing forward to field crew active by Iskra. Panther is in the danger zone and just getting turned into target practice here. But there you go, field crew already exterminated here by Treadz forces. He wants to keep that Panther in as much as working piece as possible as he can with the Panther. Guardsman then Chopper got a Gabaldi loading here against the field gun. Got the second T-35 there. Good lord, brutal stuff there. Brutal stuff. Really leaves Iskra there in a terrible spot then, with no tanks now and not a lot of infantry. This engagement suddenly turned very favorable there for Treadz, though he still needs to repair all of his stuff. You still think would benefit from repair kits from the Pulse Gunners just to assist with that. Yeah, now Iskra's significantly outgunned. That is a big win there for Treadz. Of course, the question really should have been, should Iskra engaged there like he did, particularly because he effectively just sent his tanks in like one at a time here versus Treadz, making it much easier for the Panther to deal with them and the rest of Treadz forces. So, what we'll do next, probably another T-35 that could also go for the H-25 here. He's also brought in another field gun. He also needs more infantry because he is otherwise significantly outgunned by an opponent with multiple Jaeger squads, multiple Volksgunners squads, Sturmpionier, and of course the Obersoldaten, with themselves effectively 3. Another field gun here for Iskra, no additional armor. Osman there being repaired first, prioritizing his most veteran vehicle, which is probably more needed now to help deal with the remaining infantry. Pushing up the center against the Jaegers. Katyusha moving up, ready to fire another bounty against the Treadz. Ooh, that was almost a full wipe on the Jaegers. There you go, Flak Panzer is good to go now here for Treadz. It is more than good to go, but so far remains fairly static. Field gun out there. Heading east with the Jaegers. Ground was on point here with the conscripts. Also on this constant nears, absolutely massacring them as he's clearly not paying attention, meaning they get some really easy free hits in there. In fact, they're not close to 54. And there go Flak Panzer arrives on the scene as well. They're further compounding issues there for Iskra's left flank as they are getting absolutely pounded into the dirt. Eastern field wing sees for the Jaegers. We got 522 versus 328. Iskra's situation remains pretty perilous and precarious. Again, he's using the field as obviously as a way to, like, you know, bring in a lot of firepower at a fairly low price tag here versus Treadz and hope to turn the tide against the Armour once more. Though, of course, he still has to contend with a lot of infantry. I feel like that's the part that Iskra, I think, is probably neglecting. As some players do have a slight tendency of neglecting the power of infantry in, like, late game. And there you go, Panthers just, even as being buttoned up, is still pulling ahead to just crush the infantry, forcing Iskra to retreat the guards before they all get squished. And there you go, Vector 2 on the Panther, shoots and added. Self-field hits to go through the Armour. In the centre field, we got backed up the Flak Panzer, catching the comes there in a torrent of flak fire. Forcing retreat here, slowly approaching the halfway point of Veteran 4. Then we got Comet Blitz here. Grenade assault in the field guns. Oh dear. The field gun crew's world explodes, but they actually don't suffer a single casualty, though. Probably not, then we'll need some rather intensive medical attention after this battle. If they survive it, of course. It looks like they won't, because we got the Fulters wing to finish them off here. We also got another T-35 for Iskra and the Red Army. There we go, field and crew utterly exterminated here mercilessly by Treadz Fultz Grenadiers. Catching the field gun there. Panther being repaired, we got another truck out here for a mechanized regiment here to probably get some repair panties out there for Treadz. They could of course be planning like King Tigers. Can't rule that out. 122 versus 281. We got the Orbison trouble here with the T-35. the center we got the German field and they're holding back. Panther is almost good to go here. Also, they need repairs. It's also fairly close 54 to get some increased damage, which is really dangerous in the Ostwind, honestly. Panther rolling ahead. Need to fix up the flak panzer swiftly. Going on the center. No repairs on the flak panzer. The faster the better there, I would say. Oh, we actually has equipped some of his focus now with repair kits. Got the Panther with the T-3485. Bit of a comet blitz there to increase mobility but also rate of fire. Good hits from the field guns. T-35 damage engine. Treadz continues to remain, I think, in a field position. Part of it's just Iskra is like, you know, much slower now. He's less mobile than Treadz due to just relying mostly on field guns to get the work done. But also he's just got a lot less infantry. Like, I really cannot just state just how much important like this infantry advantage is actually really helpful for Treadz. At this point, it just affords him so much better map controllers and perm just like half the number of infantry squads. 122 is 231. Flak panzer there. Finally getting some repairs. The Consuls there, caught by the Obson getting Veteran 4, and even by the Flak Panzer, which is getting even closer to Veteran 4. Got the folks on these moving up, they got the Katyusha on the move here. Ready to fire another barrage, but the question of course is finding a good target for it. Goes for the Obson Darden here, and close call there, even get some damage on the Panther, I think. Gaining Veteran 2 for the Katyusha. That's helpful there for Iskra. But will it be enough? That's the bigger question though. Will it be sufficient here versus Treadz and the Germans? You got 122 with 205. Ostwind's almost fixed up again. Mechanized ready repair pioneers are up. Probably should have placed it a bit further out here or something. I feel like this is perhaps a bit logistically awkward. T-5 being handled like Kadnef as Treadz also attacks the field and here fearlessly going after Iskra's tanks. Iskra going to have to go for another T-35 soon. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Would not be a bad idea at all. Mines down here from Iskra. SUD5 here. That also makes sense. Panther receiving repairs. Flak Panthers once more good to go here. And more mines from Iskra. Thumbs up plus sandbags. And flare mines. Definitely taking at least that part seriously. But there goes spot of the Flak Panzer. The Conch being dangerously close being wiped down. There go flare mines set off anyways. But the Flak Panzer SUD5 halfway done here. 122 to 198. I mean, Iskra still has the big 2-point lead, but so far things are not quite working out super well for him there. T5 getting the troops, SUD5 almost done. Ground Western big 2-point. Ready to find there, goes straight to the orbital garden, and that was really awkward there for Iskra. Great for Treadz though. I mean, most of the rockets didn't do much damage. There you go, the T-5 that picks up the slack. Almost getting the orbital and wipe there, but they do get away. Panther forwards, fielding holding up as well here. Good shot there, punches straight through the T-35's frontal armor. Fielding gets a good hit as well here. A Kenov hit as well. Panther halfway to Veteran 3, almost there we go. Comet blitzing there. There we go, got the T-35 there, definitely blow there to Iskra. No anti-tank grenade in time. There we go, Fielding's bouncing. Flak Panther there, very close. Veteran for the retreat for Iskra is turning pretty disastrous now. SUD5 has arrived, but again, he's just got everything bunched up so he can't get to the front line. But there you go, land some hits on the Ostwind, which now gains Veteran 4. So yeah, Treadz is losing a bit of ground here now as Iskra's pushing back, but for the most part, Treadz does seem to be holding all of the cards here versus the Soviets at the moment. Holding back the field, and he's so true charging forwards, just backed up the field as the SUD5. He wants that Panther dead. Panther close to FT3. There we go. Shot bounced. Shot bounced again. That is pretty lucky there for Treadz. Field gun against the issue 5. Flak Panther rushing into even the knees there. If it could hit. And he can't. There we go. You can see that Veteran 4, it really just melts infinitely even harder. Got the Panther though. So again, there's definitely some hope here for Iskra in some sense if he just had tanks now, but he doesn't. Field cleared out here. And again, we can sort of see like the infantry continues to remain an issue here. At which point, again, like issue 5 is going to fall a bit short here, to put it gently. We do have the Katyusha, but even that is, you know, either like hits and wipes something or just does nothing for several minutes. So Iskra's force composition is completely being torn apart now, but Treadz just possesses, I would say, a much more flexible force composition and much stronger in terms of infantry. So the situation here for Iskra is looking, at this point, I think, fairly disastrous as things are falling apart here. His infantry is dying at an increasingly rapid pace. His armor is more or less being blown to bits. His field guns are gone. Like the only thing that's cancelled going from the Katyusha. More guards here for Iskra. Finally going for some more replacement troops. Feels a bit late to the party in that department. Field gun about to get destroyed by Treadz field gun and Academy effort. 116 versus 107. Now Iskra's also falling behind in victory points here to Treadz. Beast with mines here, can also deal with the third mines. 116 versus 99. Iskra is clearly not giving up in the face of Treadz. And there you go, Orbzon catching the Katyusha here, getting some hits in, but not enough to deal with it. The West grabbing the point for the conscripts. Got the Orbzon rushing back here. And we got a King Tiger out for Treadz. I think a bit late to the party to really make an impact, but you know, it looks nice, I suppose. It looks nice. But it's not really gonna like matter at this stage. I mean, you could just change up Panther Force. And there you go, Yates between the face of the Katyusha. We got the Orbzon at it again here. Constantly being met by vicious fire here from the Orbzon. Change for the conscripts with devilish ease. 116 versus 74. Flak Panther there. Slowly approaching level 75. Good to go again. 116 versus 71. I mean, Iskra is definitely just keeping at it, though. You do wonder how he's expecting to turn this fight around at this point. What is he planning here? He sort of hopes he can, like, win in the match. I do not know. Flak Panther with the conscripts. Doing some nasty damage to the net. And a full wipe there from the Königstiger. Issue 5 setting out. Shot fired, whiffed. Issue 5 shoots, misses. Good hit there. We got the conquering force backed up with issue 5 here. Flak Panther sweeping now through the western fields here, outmaneuvering Iskra's positions. Guardsmen in trouble against the Veteran for Ostwind, which again can effectively just melt them. And we got the combat blitz here, racing forwards for Deutschland. Katyusha is also in deep trouble against the Flak Panzer. I can flank the issue 5 and could potentially take it out with the Ostwind if he gets a few enough penetrating hits in there. Almost got the Guardsman there. There we go, wipes them. We got 38 kills. And there you go, he's almost got the issue 5 with the Ostwind. And Iskra's got nothing left otherwise besides the issue 5. And there you go, he surrenders right before the near ace Ostwind takes out his issue 5 tank destroyer. I guess that's the breaking point here for Iskra. So there you go, GG, game over. A bit drawn out fight here by the end. Could have been out a bit faster, I think, but there you are. Always some nice action here. Again, highlighting, I think, the importance of infantry as always. Iskra feel like at times also tactically that would have benefited a lot more from a mortar than, you know, the Katyusha. could have provided with smoke and other elements, but also just the time space and I think fairly under-supported attacks, which might be easy to deal with for Treadz, allowing Treadz to sort of slowly turn the game around. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. You'll learn something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell a friend, tell a family, but don't tell enemies. This is Imperial Ancient. Cheers. Thank you for watching. Episode tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.